Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And before I begin my questions, Admiral, I just want to, along with my colleagues, extend my condolences to you and the entire Navy family. The whole country, I think, is heartbroken over what happened on Monday. I spoke yesterday with Secretary Mabus and offered my personal assistance as well as condolences. Having been a survivor of a mass shooting myself, I have a sense of what's going on with the families, those who lost loved ones, and those who survived. And I just want to say that personally I'm available anytime for any purpose that would be helpful to those families, and please feel free to call on me for that purpose.
Thank you, sir. I think we'll seek your counsel on how to deal with this since you have that experience. I appreciate it very much.
Well, let me turn to the questions at hand. This is we've had this discussion so many times, but I just want to say at the outset that sequestration was a bad idea, and I've opposed it since I got here a little over a year ago. General Welsh, I just want to ask a question specific to a fleet of aircraft that are stationed in my community at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. There have been recent reports that, as we've discussed here this morning with other potential decisions, of getting rid of the A-10 in the future. And some people have made the argument that the A-10 just doesn't fit the Air Force's future because it isn't a multi-role fighter. And in my view, this is a very short-sighted and potentially dangerous idea. As you know, General, the A-10 is unsurpassed in its ability to provide close air combat support. And I know fully, as you do, the A-10's role in combat search and rescue operations, finding service members behind enemy lines, relaying information, escorting helicopters and assets in and out of combat zones. And the A-10s based in my district and across the country have been retrofitted with new airframes, airframe wings, and electronics packages that now have given them a lifespan of till 2028. General, as you know, the skimmer is built on 4 guiding principles, and I want to just quote a couple of them. The first is that we must remain ready for the full spectrum of military operations, and another is that we will remain strategy-driven based upon the Defense Strategic Guidance and our ability to execute our 5 core missions against a full spectrum of high-end threats. Given what we know about the A-10 and the potential future need for the A-10, General, can you tell me why it is that we would even consider retiring an entire fleet of this very valuable aircraft when there is no other alternative in place?
Yes, sir, because we've been handed a bill in the Department of Defense of $1 trillion+ that we have to pay over the next 9.5 years. A-10 was my first fighter, Congressman. I love the airplane. I have 1,000 hours flying it. It is the best airplane in the world at what it does. It is not the best at a lot of other things. Sure. It's capable in many areas. If we are going to look at what we must divest, not what we want to divest, but what we must divest, we have to be very honest with ourselves inside the Air Force about how much we can afford. And if we have platforms that can do multiple missions well, and maybe not do one as well as another airplane, but the airplane that is limited to a specific type of mission area becomes the one most at risk. I think there's some logic to this that's hard for us to avoid, no matter how much I happen to love the airplane.
But how is it possible, General, that we could support General Odierno's ground troops, should they ever be deployed again, with another aircraft if the A-10 is not available?
Congressman, people seem to assume that 100% of the close air support being done in Afghanistan today is being done by the A-10. That's not even close to the truth. It's actually a small percentage of the close air support that's being done by many, many other platforms. We have got to provide the United States Army, the United States Marine Corps, United States Naval Forces, and our coalition partners close air support. We do it every day with a number of platforms, and we'll continue to do that.
Talking to Army personnel who have been deployed, they tell me when those warthogs show up, they're much happier than anything else. So I just wanted to say that that's an important area. Let me just turn quickly, General Odierno, with the remaining time. I'm concerned about the future of our ability to do cyber and intelligence work. As you know, Fort Huachuca is a major area of this. How do you see sequestration affecting that? And obviously that's important to our warfighters today and tomorrow.
So in terms of cyber, as was stated by the other chiefs of services, is that we are going to increase our investment in cyber. Even though we are decreasing our budget, we are increasing our investment in cyber. We're going to increase the force by at least 1,800 people right now. So that's part of what we're doing. In terms of intel, as you know, we provide not only intel for the Army, but intel for the broader strategic and operational force, which is key to the combatant commanders. We are reviewing how we do that, but the primacy of what we do in our intelligence community will not change, and the requirements that we have in our intelligence community will continue to be a key piece of our strategy as we move forward. So we're looking at very carefully how we gain some efficiencies without losing the depth and capabilities that we have to support at the strategic, operational, and tactical level.
Thanks, General.
Thank you.